I want to address the third to fourth to fifth dimension and how to get there. One of the things that I really felt is that some of you are judging yourself or disappointed in yourself as to where you were. And we want you to know, do not judge yourself. You're where you are, you can make a different choice. Okay? So let's review. Third dimension is the reactor and reactive part of you. It's the egoic mind part of you. It's fear-based, it's separation, it's competition. All of us grew up in codependency. There's no one that hasn't, because we live in a codependent society. So there is codependent conditioning and programming. Codependency is where you say yes when you want to say no. When you look to the outside for your love, your acceptance, your approval, your validation, when you give away so much, you are the unhealthy caregiver. And then you get upset when people don't give back to you. You've done all this work or you've given all these things and they maybe don't respect you, they don't appreciate you, they're not in gratitude. That's codependency. That conditioning programming is a lot of unraveling. And in third dimension, you learn through suffering, struggle, and pain. That is what happens for you. In the third dimension, your clues are that you're fearful, you're concerned, you're worried. There's lack, there's scarcity, you're in survival mode. You have a need, and it's really the egoic mind has a need to know and to control. Afraid of your own power, afraid of change, afraid of the unknown. And you feel like you're not good enough or you haven't done enough. There's so much judgment and criticism about yourself, about where you are, where you're not. And there is a lot of comparison that occurs in the third dimension. And you have a need to prove that you're lovable, prove that you're worthy, prove that you deserve what's coming to you. This gets really hooked up into the flow of abundance and prosperity. Prove that you are a valuable human being. And what we want to say to you already, you are valuable because you're you. You are already loved. You are already held and taken care of because you're you. You don't need to prove that you are worthy of it. In the third dimension, there's so much unhappiness and unfulfillment. And know that in the third dimension, happiness is conditional. So if everything's going well in your life, yay, I'm happy. Or if people have done the things that you wanted them to do, yay, I'm happy. Joy is actually so aligned. So being joyous, that's where you want to go to. So yes, you can be happy, but happiness can go away in a moment's time because of something that happens. So now go to the next slide. Fourth dimension, you are the observer and witness. You start noticing, hey, this doesn't work for me. I'm not really happy with this. This is not what I like, what I want. So the fourth dimension is that bridge between the third to the fifth. And you start realizing there's more to you as a human being and to the world. You realize there's a spiritual aspect to it. And that spiritual aspect is you. You're a spiritual being in a human body. And you start developing a relationship with the divine, with your guides, with your soul's essence. And you're willing to start claiming your power. So there's awakening that occurs in the fourth dimension. And there's healing, transformation, and evolution. This is when you really start going deep within yourself and going, you know what? This old way doesn't work anymore. I want something new. So you start feeling that maybe in your life something is missing, something is off. Your relationships are shifting. There's a transition to them, and either they're shifting into what you would love or what you don't. They may just not be working. This is where I had to make that decision to let go of my ex, even though in this lifetime and other lifetimes, he was the love of my life, but not this lifetime. Maybe in your business or your career or a nonprofit. Are you bored? Is it not productive? Is it unfulfilling or not giving you what you want? So here's the thing. If you feel you're bored, it's only showing you that there's more to come. The guides are going, hello, hello. Your soul is going, hello. So whenever even I get bored with my work, I ask those two questions in this moment, how can I grow? Or in this moment, how can I be of service? And when I ask those questions, something new comes in because now I'm asking the question, I'm open to receiving that. In the fourth dimension, you can have a health crisis, a financial crisis of some sort, because it's getting your attention that it's time to move on, time to do some work within yourself so that you can move into the higher frequencies and operate within the higher frequency of the fifth dimension. You could even lose your job. That's what happened to me. My soul got me fired from my six-figure VP job, or you could be laid off. Something will happen. And I can tell you, if that happens for any of you, celebrate that. Because know if there's any problem, the universe always has a solution for you. So I want you to really get that. If there's any problem that happens or a challenge, there is already a solution that is created. Because the universe, the God, the divine would not give you a problem without a solution. Not figuring it out from your mind, your egoic mind, but figuring it out from your heart, from your soul alignment. So in the fourth dimension, you find yourself seeking answers, new ways of being, creating a new spiritual practice. And even if you have a spiritual practice, it might be something that needs to be upgraded, updated, so to speak. And then we go into the fifth dimension. So the fifth dimension is the creator and generator energy. It is sourced from love, living only vibrant energy. It's soul inspired and it's soul aligned. And here's the key. In the fifth dimension, again, doesn't mean there won't be challenges or problem, but now you learn through joy. And look at that, what joy means. Journey onward, yielding. Okay, bring that in. That you can approach a challenge, a problem with joy. It's like, ooh, what is this showing me? Like, wow, look at what I just created. I created a pile of stuff here. It's not something I really want. Okay, I'm the creator. So what can I create differently? How can I do that? You're asking the universe, how can I create this differently? So know that if you have a challenge, you have to go within because it's vibing out from you. What attracted that challenge? And then what's the work to do? Next slide. It's all about fifth dimension vibrations. So when you do that work, you are moving into high frequencies of love. You're moving into joy and happiness. Now, we're going to take that happiness out and just go, but that happiness is not dependent on others anymore. So just move into the joy of it. Flow, synchronicity, and prosperity, co-creation and collaboration, freedom, and sovereignty. I know if I start dipping down, remember, you can always dip down. When I start dipping down, it's like, oh, where's my joy? Where's my wildness? What wants to come forward? And be in the freedom of your soul's expression, be in the freedom of the creator and co-creator that you are, regardless of any current circumstance or condition around you or what's going on in the world. You can maintain, sustain, and continually be in the fifth dimension. How do you get there? How do you operate, create, and live within the fifth dimension. You do it through the 5 A's. The 5 A's is awareness, feeling aware, checking my chakra system. So being aware of your energy, aware of what you feel day in and day out, aware of what you're thinking and believing, and aware of what your actions are, your behaviors and actions. And then the second A is acknowledge. Acknowledge, oh, okay, that doesn't work for me. And you acknowledge it in a way that goes, what do I need to do in order to shift this? And the acceptance is accepting what is with compassion, with grace, with love of yourself. It's eliminating the judgment or criticism of yourself and just accepting what is. Remember, everything's just energy. When they realize that they've made a mistake or maybe they failed at something, they think it means something about them, that they did something wrong, that they were not enough or good enough. It doesn't mean that. It just means it wasn't a vibrational match. It's not what's in your highest order. It's not what's in your fullest potential. That's what it means. And your soul, your guide, the divine is showing you that. That's all it means. It's energy that's a lower frequency to what you are or what you want. So then the fourth A, take action. The action is to go within and heal and transform the energies that attracted that. Remember, it can be this lifetime conditioning programming, it can be trauma, it can be abuse, it could be experiences that you had that didn't really work out. It could be lineage encoding, whether it's women, especially for us as women, cultural, religious, family, generational lineage, and it could be your genetic encoding. It could be past life bleed throughs. We talked about that yesterday. Past life bleed throughs will affect you, will only allow, if you, let's say you want more prosperity, but in another lifetime you were really wealthy and you didn't do good things with the wealth, or you were really wealthy and you give everything away and then you were left with nothing. So you might have it wired up, I'm not willing to be wealthy in this lifetime. You could have that with love. You could have that being a leader, like in leadership in another lifetime. You were a leader and people turned on you. You were killed or maimed because of it. People didn't like you. They didn't accept you. And I can tell you, you each are here for purpose, to bring forward something that maybe your wisdom from before, wisdom that you've gained. You are a leader. You're here to live, lead, and build your legacy. You're here to make a difference. So if you have fear of being that leader, fear of being visible because of what happened in a past life, you're only going to let yourself go so far, and then you're going to stop yourself, because energetically what's whirling around within you in that subconscious, in that cellular memory, will get in the way. It will only let you be 60, 70, 80% successful. It will only let you go so far. This also applies to love. If you want love in relationships, maybe you have love wired up, love equals loss. If you have that, then you're only going to let yourself go so far with people, with yourself, with people, with a beloved, even in relationships with friends, family, clients, all of that. So do the work. That's how you move into the fifth dimension, is you do the inner work. It's the only way to get there. And it's not from a intellectual level, understanding a concept. You have to bring it in. It has to happen energetically and viscerally. Like, I understood my codependency. I read Codependent No More by Melody Beattie years and years ago, 1985. I cried through the whole book because I'm like, oh, I am just screwed up. Like, how am I ever going to get out of this? And I understand what was going on for me, but I could not move from it. It wasn't until the Diamond Code Creative System came in and I started working with it and energetically healed and realigned that conditioning and programming. So that doesn't run me anymore. And I don't worry about what other people say and do. I am sovereign unto myself. The A takes you to alignment. The alignment is aligning to who you truly are, your soul's essence of love, what your soul wants for you, what the divine sees for you, what the universe sees for you. And it's energetically aligning. It can't just be mindset, it has to be felt, it has to be visceral.